Is this DE&I, is it trendy? Is this here to stay? What are some of the trends and things that companies are doing to help with the diversity?
Yeah, well, it's definitely here to stay. It's here and it's moving forward, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. Believe it or not, a lot of companies haven't really fully embraced diversity trainings and what's happening in the world and the market. They're maybe turning a blind eye or really don't know where to begin. Or some are doing just like unconscious bias trainings. But from a leadership perspective, companies really need to adopt the trainings and make sure the end result is inclusion and belonging. We do a training at Advanced Group called Conscious Inclusion, which takes that unconscious bias to the next step. You know, the training has to be implemented with all audiences. And the goal or the end result would be making people feel empowered or really inspired to do something.
So companies that don't have the framework, they don't know where to start, how should companies go about implementing DE&I program?
Well, I like to say just do it, like Nike used to say, or still say, just do it.
Yeah.
But there's so many answers for that question depending on like the company, the industry. But my first thought would be sit down and talk to me or another industry expert in this DEI space. And then we can talk about your company's vision. What is your mission? You know, and then we can start by gaining that buy-in from senior leaders, from the CEO, presidents, senior leaders. And how do we do that? Get that buy-in? It's really speaking their language. And what is their language? Profit or engagement or productivity, data. That's right. Their language. That's their sweet spot. So then showing, you know, and aligning that with that DEI strategy. You know, how can you gain more profit? How can you get more engagement out of your staff? How can you get more productivity out of your staff so that your company can grow? And what does that data look like? Then you can start building out your strategy. So first step, talk to me.
What's some type of hurdles that you have to overcome on your journey?
There's a few I could mention, but I'll just talk about one of my hurdles I've had to overcome is really understanding that everyone is not going to accept all of what I'm introducing. But I've learned to just stick with it. Don't give up. Keep trying. Don't take things too personal. And understanding that diversity of thought is a real thing. Everyone thinks differently, and that's a great thing because you can accomplish more with diverse opinions. So that helps you really grow your story. I've learned to just keep going, and eventually you'll hit everyone because I always say diversity is all. All people fall into that diversity. So it's not just this group or that group or one over the other. Everyone is diverse in some aspect. You know, just making sure that everyone feels like whatever diversity they bring to the table, it's going to be heard and included. You know, change can start with one person. So my favorite quote, I always share this, like if I'm in trainings or wherever, is be the change you wish to see in this world. That means that everyone has a chance to create positive change. Change can just start with one person.